But first, our Hannah Cotter is live in Barrington, where she spoke with the father and husband of two Rhode Islanders killed in that crash. Hannah.
Douglas Lane wanted to talk about his son Spencer and his wife Christine as he and his younger son try to navigate through this unimaginable tragedy. It's been a very high-profile case. You can see there's already a crowd of people gathering outside of the courthouse. After more than 14 hours of deliberations, still no verdict in the case against Karen Reed. While these jurors have been excused, prosecutors say this is not over yet. The police chief got emotional as he gave us this update, saying in his nearly 40 years on the job, this is one of the worst scenes he's encountered. This was Karen McNally's chimney before a tornado ripped through her yard, causing several trees to fall on top of her home. Allegedly strangled 23-year-old Sandra Birchmore after she told him she was pregnant and that he was the father. The crowds have thinned out and most of the confetti's been swept away, but one thing's for sure, the city of Boston loves this Celtics team. In the early 1970s, a group of college students in a band called the Artistics recorded a few songs at one of their friends' apartments on Benefit Street. One of those singles would later become one of the most popular songs in rock music history. I just want to show you how close the quarry actually is. The town manager says it's been in operation for more than 30 years. It's not snowing anymore, but even within the last 10 minutes, we've started to see some heavier rainfall. This is about as close as we can get to the spot where 8 of those 18 victims were killed. The youngest, just 14 years old. Energy here is infectious. I'm sure you can see and hear. There are hundreds of people here from all over the world. And it's a lot quieter here than it was earlier this afternoon, but we're still seeing people coming over to take pictures with this iconic finish line. This is just one example of what we're seeing all around town. Democratic and undecided voters say it feels like the DNC is punishing New Hampshire for overlooking our first in the nation status for snow angels. It's good, but it's kind of heavy. Judge Beverly Cannoni says the jury selection process could take a while because of the high-profile nature of this case, but we have learned that 2 jurors have been selected so far. Jury selection is underway in the second murder trial of Karen Reed.
I feel deja vu.
The 44-year-old is accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, by hitting him with her SUV and leaving him to die in the snow after a night of drinking. She's charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter, and leaving the scene. Reed's first trial ended in a mistrial due to a hung jury. Judge Beverly Cannoni says the jury selection process this time around could take a while because of the high-profile nature of the case.
Has anyone seen, heard, or talked about this case? Please raise your hand.
During this first round of jury selection, a majority of potential jurors' hands went up. They were asked several questions Tuesday and filled out this 3-page questionnaire. Reed's team claims she's innocent. We caught up with her as she was walking back to the courthouse after lunch.
I have faith, I have great support, I have great attorneys, I have the truth. I'm not afraid of anything, so I always feel good. I feel blessed. It doesn't feel great to be back, but I'm here, we're fighting, we'll keep fighting. I feel strong, so I feel good.
Jury selection will resume tomorrow morning. Reporting in Dedham, Hannah Cotter, 12 News. And Jack Teixeira's attorneys asked for 11 years in prison while prosecutors pushed for 17. The judge ultimately landed on 15 years in prison, citing Teixeira's age and the seriousness of the crime. 22-year-old Jack Teixeira sentenced to 15 years in prison. The U.S. Air National Guardsman pleaded guilty in March to leaking sensitive secrets on the social media platform Discord. He was arrested in 2023 and has been in federal custody since. Teixeira's attorneys were asking for an 11-year sentence, describing him as an autistic, isolated person whose motives were naive, not nefarious. But the government pushed for 17 years, saying he should have known right from wrong, arguing that Teixeira was responsible for, quote, engaging in one of the most significant leaks of classified documents and information in United States history.
He leaked information that the government had determined could reasonably likely to cause exceptionally grave damage to the United States. Included information about troop movements in the Ukrainian theater, about provision of supplies to troops. It included information about a plot to kill Americans serving overseas.
How do we feel about the sentence? You think 15 years is fair?
No comment from Teixeira's father outside the courthouse after the sentencing, but his attorney answered questions from reporters.
It's a significant sentence that will deter others, but it's also one that will allow him to self-reflect and grow.
Teixeira also addressed the court before he was sentenced, saying he was sorry for any harm he's caused. We're live in Boston. Hannah Cotter, 12 News. Firefighters and members of the community have been coming here all day to pay tribute to the Worcester Six. Here at the scene, which is now home of the Franklin Street Fire Station, and at a temporary memorial set up inside of the train station.
You know, this is all stuff that we kept.
Kevin Hardigan retired from the Worcester Fire Department a few years ago.
These are all the articles that were in the paper.
And helped organize this display at Union Station in memory of the Worcester Six, who lost their lives in a warehouse fire 25 years ago Tuesday.
Basically the pictures of the actual fire itself.
On December 3rd, 1999, Lieutenant Thomas Spencer, Lieutenant James Lyons, Paul Brotherton, Timothy Jackson, Jeremiah Lucy, and Joseph McGurk died fighting a massive blaze inside of this building, which is now home to the Franklin Street Fire Station.
Everyone was a family man. They were the coaches of your basketball team, coaches of your baseball team.
Retired Fire Lieutenant John Elliott remembering his brothers and the days that followed as efforts changed from fighting the fire to finding their friends.
The next 8 days were they were brutal. We were digging every day for them. Nobody liked to be home. When I was home, all I did was cry. Getting a little emotional now. Catch my breath. But there, I was fine. I was fine there. I was with all my guys. They were, and it, you know, and we just dug and tried to find anything we could find to give it back to the family. We
would all, you know, salute as they took the remains off the. But that's how we all were. That was pretty much. So we did that 6 times.
And firefighters are holding a ceremony here tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, we're live in Worcester. Hannah Cotter, 12 News.